Rohit, shall we get started?
Yes.
Yes, Yogesh.
Okay. Uh, Hello and welcome everyone to our 58th weekly meeting for RA. Good evening to everyone in India. Good afternoon, good morning, based on wherever you are. Um, so welcome to our 58th meeting. We have a very full agenda today. So first we'll have a quick overview of our progress, RA progress and RA initiatives. Followed by, we'll have an address by Dr. S.R. Kumbar, who is the HOD of the Automobile Department. On the postgraduate program, RIT has signed up with ARAI, which is very prestigious international committee, and so MTech program. So we'll have a session on that. Followed by that, you must, it's a very proud moment for RIT actually. We had a grant of rupees 1 crore, more than 1 crore from AICTE. RIT Idea Lab has received this grant, and Professor Dr. A.B. Kakle will present us what they're doing under Idea Lab and what's going on there, right? What are the activities? Then followed by that, we'll have presentation by Team Optimizer on their design, CAD, CAM, and CA software skills, how they are using it in their design. Then we'll have question and answer sessions, and then the concluding remark. So welcome everyone again. Thanks for joining this. Before we jump onto the session, I just wanted to have a quick reminder for especially people from 95, 96. So RIT is arranging both online and offline alumni get together for 95 and 96 batches. So please register, please join. We have shared the registration link on all the groups from RIT. So that's going to be exciting meet and greet session opportunity to meet your batchmates. So please join that. And it is also, open for others too, but it's mainly planned for 95, 96 branches. Coming back to the RAHA, as we all know, RAHA is an independent organization. It is for alumni of RIT. Uh, we started in 2020 last year, and the vision we had was to create an active network among our alumni, students, and the institute. So it is based on these three legs. RAHA activities. We plan our activities to support RIT strategic goal and strengthen the ties between alumni, student, institute, and the overall community in and around our Islampur area. So as I said, our vision is to build a globally active alumni network to run the sustainable and high impact programs in a collaborative environment. And again, we are proud to say that our alumni, students, and RIT faculties, RIT institutes, all are part of this journey. So we have, our vision or our mission has three main factors. One is alumni to association. So how alumni can help the institution, how alumni can help RIT. So there are certain things like curricular formation, for example, to organize guest lectures, and a lot of us are actually giving the guest lectures as an industry expert for RIT student, for RIT faculty. And then another mission in this regard is to seek best practices from the global universities, bring in what the universities in US, Europe, Canada are doing, and try to implement some of those things into RIT for betterment of the students. The second part of the mission is from alumni to students. Some of the activities we are doing under is to mentor RIT students right from the first year, both in technology and soft skills. To provide them opportunities for innovative project, internships, work study opportunities for RIT students. And then the guide students for job readiness, higher studies, including overseas studies. So we are doing a lot of sessions for people, students interested into overseas studies. We did for different countries, we did for USA, and we are helping also the students when they come to the US. And then in general, to provide job and business opportunities for the RIT students. It's like not only job and not only students, right? And then that's where our third part of the mission comes, alumni to alumni. So under that, we are providing business opportunities to RIT alumni. We are providing our alumni who own their business a platform to present their ideas in front of other alumni, and we got a lot of business connects to that to support entrepreneurs from our alumni, and then to give business support through expertise areas. So a lot of good work is happening in this area. Uh, the way the RA is organized, RA Task Force, what we call RA Task Force is our nodal agency, which we work to formulate, monitor, and advise on the policies of the running of the different forums. We have different multiple forums like Business Network Forum, Business Innovation Forum. These are helping, Business Network is helping, create a network of entrepreneurs, create a network of businesses owned by RIT alumni and give them connects with the alumni owned or external businesses and generate a business for alumni through that. Business Innovation Forum, we are working on a project for e-bicycle that's going on great. RA Overseas Community, through Overseas Community we are working to help students especially who are interested in overseas higher studies in overseas. As I said, we did a lot of sessions for them, and idea is to get them ready from their day one when they enter another country for their studies. RA Media team is taking care of our all media activities, reaching out to our alumni, our students, and then the RA Cultural Forum is working closely with all other communities, helping arrange cultural programs and such. Um, going through all these forums or verticals, we have kind of a horizontal structure, which is training, mentoring, and communication forum. So people from all of these forums like business network, innovation, overseas, media team, cultural forum, uh, all across that, idea is to help students train on their soft skills, mentor the students, help them with their communication, and we are doing different soft skills program for these students. So as I said, today is our 58th meeting. Every Saturday since we started without miss, we are meeting 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. IST. Uh, so far we had 57 such meetings. We had more than 10 webinars to introduce people with the new skills, broaden their skill sets, and develop correct connections with the industry leaders and veterans. Uh, you only see those 57 odd meetings when you join on the Saturday, but the task force as such has gone through more than 160 preparatory and review meetings. So we have meeting prior to every Saturday to prepare and plan for the Saturday's meeting. We have meeting after that, and then the task force has other meetings to formulate the strategies and all. So this ensures, the flawless session, this includes Saturday's session is useful for everybody. So a lot of hard work goes in, and that I just want to congratulate Media Team, Cultural Forum, and all these forums to make our Saturday meeting a success. Last week, we had a presentation by Mr. Ashish Mundekar. He started the DS. He's our alumni, of course, and he started the DS consultancy services to provide services for smaller businesses, to help them their payroll capacities, labor licenses, a lot of compliance and all. So it is really interesting. It was really interesting session. This is something, one of our alumni is going out of standard engineering way and doing something, which will help a lot more smaller engineering companies, which are, smaller and bigger for that matter, right? Which are not that much comfortable with managing the compliance and all. And as you know, everything now is going in a service model. So it was really a useful session and very interesting session. So all the best to Mr. Mundekar for this new business model. Uh, we spoke briefly about the communications earlier. So we also have, in fact, one of our active task force member and alumni from my batch, Mr. Rajesh Sulugde. He is doing a lot of effective communication, soft skill sessions for the student. One such session was done, in fact, today, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. India time. And we had, this was for a batch of 20 students from mechanical engineering, and similar to this we'll have different batches, different programs arranged. So this is one of the first, and there is another follow-up session tomorrow as well. So this will be certainly helpful for the students. So thanks Rajesh for taking the initiative, helping the students. So this is from the highlights from the today's session. So you can see the active participations from the students and from the alumni. So thanks, Rajesh, one more time. Another announcement I wanted to make was to congratulate RIT's NECVIT team. So they just this week they were ranked fourth in All India rank in the team management for the FACV Concept Challenge. FACV 2021 was instituted by the Bharat Formula One Formula Bharat team to provide teams with an opportunity to conceptualize and design a Formula student electric vehicle. And the team management report was to give FACV what's our plan for Formula Bharat 2022 competition, and the expectation was the report would cover the rules required for the technical rules and technical guidelines required for the FACV Bharat 2020 competition. So congratulations to our NECVIT team. As you can see here in the management strategy report section, our team NECVIT from RIT was ranked All India level 4, and it's a really proud moment to say that it was against a stiff competition from very premium institutions. As you can see here, right, we did better than institutions like IIT Mumbai. There were a lot of institutions from Indonesia and Middle East countries, and a lot of premier institutes, RITs, NIITs from India. So it is really a proud moment, and especially proud for RA, in the sense that our task force member, including myself, Rajesh Solugde and Sachin Shirsagar, they guided the team NECVIT for their project preparation and presentation. So we all the credit goes to the NECVIT team, but we take a kind of moment of pride because we guided this team in their presentation, and I'm really happy to say that they incorporated all the things we told. They took it in a positive manner, and then they really worked great as a team. So congratulations to Team NECVIT. We're looking forward to see brighter things from you in the future as well. So now coming back to our today's agenda.
Sir, Yogesh,
As you all know,
sorry for
yeah,
interruption. Before going ahead, I think Mr. Saurabh Patil want to say a few words regarding this achievement. Within a
sure,
1 minute,
Saurabh, go ahead.
Saurabh, you
Yeah,
can just
go ahead.
express your views within a 1 minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And hello, sir. Sorry to interrupt really, but I wanted to speak a little. So hello all. I would like to thank Raha for this appreciation. I'm from Team Liquid. It was all possible with your guidance only and support to the team. I would like to really thank especially Professor Mirza sir, who helped us at every step of the team, and he really stood behind us always from starting. And I would also like to specially thank Professor Mirza sir, Rajesh Ulugade sir, Yogesh Hasabni sir, and Sachin Shirsagar sir, who guided us throughout the FCV journey. And I would just want to mention a thing that Rajesh sir also took us a meeting or a review session on the last day of our submission. So he was always with us. So we are really grateful to all of you, sir. So thank you. And finally, thanks to Raha community for all your support. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
and congratulations, Saurabh, on team's behalf, Team NECVIT's behalf, and all the best to you guys for your next step. So congrats once again, and thanks for your kind words, Saurabh. So coming back to our today's agenda, first we'll have address by Dr. S.R. Kumar, our automobile department HOD. He will tell us on the postgraduate program in MTech in automotive technology, which RIT is having in association with ARAI. ARAI Pune, which is a well-known automotive research, development, testing, and certification institution in the country, followed by the address by Dr. S.R. Kumar. We'll have a presentation by Dr. A.B. Kakre, Dean R&D of RIT, on the Idea Lab. So RIT Idea Lab recently received a grant of 1.05 crore from AICTE. So he will tell us about what Idea Lab is doing and what are the next step they are planning and how Raha or the alumni can help in that regard. And then after that, we'll have a presentation by Team Optimizer on their design, CAD CAM and CAE software skill. This team was guided by Professor Rohit Magdum. So Professor Magdum will, briefly introduce the team, and the students from the Team Optimizer will present how they are doing the design, including using this thing. And after that, we'll have a brief Q&A session and the concluding remarks. So without much ado, I'll hand over to Dr. S.R. Kumar. Forum is yours, sir.
Yeah. Just I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I hope that my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we can see the screen. Yes.
Yeah. Just 1 minute. So good evening to all, and good morning to those who are outside India. So first of all, I would like to thank Raha team for giving us that is the slot for presenting MTech Automotive Technology, which we have recently started. That is have the MOU with ARI Pune. So as already Yogesh sir have taken, that is big thanks to Raha team for helping Team Nequit of RIT, who got the All India rank 4 in team management strategy and overall rank 29. So thanks to Raha members, I will not that is speak more because already Yogesh sir has that is mentioned all about this. So congratulations Team Nequit and faculty advisor. So before going for directly the MTech Automotive Technology, I will take the brief review of RIT as well as Automobile Engineering Department. So all of you are knowing that RIT started in 1983, got autonomous status in 2011. We are now offering 8 UG, 10 PG, 6 diploma, 3 PhD programs. We are having that is NAC accreditation with A grade, and all UG and PG programs, eligible UG and PG programs have been accredited by New Delhi. So these are the UG programs. And from last year, we have started postgraduate diploma in electric and autonomous vehicle in collaboration with ARI Pune. These are the PG programs. Specifically from automobile, we are now offering this automotive technology.
Hello, Kumbar sir. Kumbar sir.
Yeah.
Your slides are not moving.
Actually, your PPT is there. Slideshow is not visible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I will reshare.
Yeah. While sharing, you can share your entire screen.
Yeah.
It will be helpful.
So I think it is visible.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So these are the UG programs which we are offering at RIT. Then started PG diploma in electric and autonomous vehicle with ARI from last year. These are the PG programs, and automotive technology from this year we are offering in collaboration with ARI that we are going to see in detail. These are the diploma programs. From this year we are offering computer engineering and computer hardware and maintenance. And looking to the academics at RIT, we follow outcome-based education, and RIT is known for strict and disciplined culture. We are using various learning management tools. Faculty and students are regularly updating their knowledge base by attending various workshops and seminars. So Automobile Engineering Department is there in RIT since 1983, and presently at department we are offering BTech, MTech, postgraduate diploma, and both UG and PG programs have been accredited by NBE, New Delhi. These are the distinct features of RIT Automobile. We are having OBE framework, outcome-based education. Our curriculum is industry-oriented. On our BOS, we are having industry representations. Then we are having state-of-art laboratory facilities. Our faculty members are well qualified and experienced. Then curricula, that is, along with that curricula, our students are also taking active participation in motor sports, and placement is very good. So this is with regard to the faculty strength. Out of 1570 faculty members are having PhDs, and 4 are within, that is about to submit their PhD thesis. So we at RIT Automobile Engineering Department are having specialized various laboratories: automobile power engine testing, maintenance, emission, chassis, automotive body engineering, electrical and electronics, then automotive research and diagnostic, fuels and combustion. All these laboratories are having that is supplemented with qualified and well-trained supporting staff. So in department, we develop various research facilities, just like as automotive suspension test setups, MR brake, magnetologic brake test setup, gearbox test setup. And along with that, we are also having various testing, engine performance testing, then variable compression ratio, that is multi-fuel engine test setup, two-wheeler chassis dynamometer, vehicle vibration testing, engine emission testing, auto electrical test bench. And at department, we published 5 different patents. So these are the research facilities available at our department: MR brake, critical speed of composite lab, that is a composite shaft, then shock absorber testing, fluid elastic vibration test setup, which was completed under RPS scheme of AICTE. And on these research facilities, we could get more than 25 very good reputed that is publications, and many MTech and PhD thesis, that is dissertations, have been completed. And all these publications are in well that is reputed publishers, ASME, elsewhere, says Springer. We at that is department is having softwares like AutoCAD, ANSYS, CATIA, SolidWorks, Altair, HyperWorks, Whitesmoke, etc. This is just laboratory facilities. We do have the BMW engine and transmission system, body lab, then total cut section of the vehicle, chassis and transmission, wherein student can get idea about how every part is working. Then data acquisition system, then two-wheeler chassis dynamometer, wind tunnel test setup, computerized engine test setup. And this is the 4-story, that is a central building of central library. These are proud moments. Our students are taking active participation in various competitions, and they are grabbing the prizes. This is the motorsport club, wherein students are working day night for building the sports vehicle for various competitions. And this is a team that is go-kart racing team, which got all India rank first 3 consecutive years. Then various photographs you are observing. So this is the go-kart championship, skill baha, then first tech inspection, then Supra, then ASME human powered vehicle, quad bike challenge, cost award, then Nequit AIR 21 Supra Formula Racing. Likewise, every year we also celebrate Road Safety Week. These are the various photographs. And current recruiters for automobile UG and PG are that is now since last 2 to 3 years, our maximum students are being placed in insurance companies. Apart from that, they are also being recruited in OEMs and automotive component manufacturers. So this is the brochure of postgraduate diploma in electric and autonomous vehicle, which we have started. The second batch is starting from the next month. And this is the main agenda of today's that is discussion, MTech Automotive Technology. We signed this MOU on 20th July in the presence of Dr. Honorable Director Mrs. Sushma Kulkarni Madam and Dr. Reji Mathai from Director ARAI. They virtually signed this MOU, and from this academic year, we are now offering MTech Automotive Technology in collaboration with ARAI. But before that, we were having MTech Automotive. We started in 2010, and from last 2 years, we are having this PG placement status. Our students are being placed in various that is companies, automotive related companies, as well as ARAI, CRT, and also just like as a state transport undertakings, MSRTC, then Unicor Autocort, which is specifically looking after the emission that is after treatment devices. And these are the top PG top alumni, which they are working. Some of them are now doing the PhDs. And these are the sponsored PG projects. From last 2 to 3 years, our students have conducted, that is completed their projects in ARAI, Greaves Cotton, Cummins, Piaggio, VRD, Cooper, Kirloskar Oils engines, likewise. So why MTech? So MTech qualification is prepared as more competent job than just than after BTech. And through this MTech, they will, that is students will get exposed to the applications of engineering and in detail the software systems. And there are much chances after getting the MTech to get placed in core companies, and their pay package will be good as compared to BTech. Also, preference for promotion in core industries depends upon whether the candidate is having the PG or not. And if any student want to carry out his research further, he can go for PhD. So why to study at RIT Automobile? Already we have seen that we are having the excellent research environment. We are having the, that is 6-7 faculty members are with the PhD qualifications. We are having very good physical and also virtual testing facilities. Then provision of in-house research funding for MTech students. We provide the funding to the MTech dissertations. And also the curriculum is industry oriented. Dedicated full-time faculty have been appointed for PG programs, and we are having very good connect with the industry, various industries. So from this year, we are offering this in collaboration with ARAI, and curriculum will be designed by taking the inputs from the ARAI and other automotive experts. So in this, maximum thrust will be given to the experiential learning from ARAI Pune faculty. And from this automotive, MTech automotive technology, the students will get opportunity to study latest automotive courses like electric vehicles, modeling and analysis of automotive systems, automotive electronics, softwares, likewise. And they are going to get that is opportunity to go at ARAI and study there for full semester. So in this 2 year that is course, first semester will be there at RIT. Second semester student will go at ARAI, and they will that is complete their second semester. And after that, final year, that is second year, they will carry out dissertation at either RIT, ARAI, or in their respective industries. So this is the draft curriculum. We have prepared draft structure wherein we are giving the maximum that is thrust on latest technology along with ARAI peoples. Again, we are going to give some thought, and we are going to add some more that is latest technological subjects. So vehicular system, finite element analysis, vehicle dynamics and control. And we are giving variety of choices to the students to that is opt various courses from the elective 1 and elective 2. So engine and vehicle testing laboratory, and we are giving the modeling and simulations laboratory, wherein student will simulate, model and simulate various systems of the automobile. And these are the electives, wherein we have included latest technological, that is industry 4.0 technology, then automotive alternative fuels and emission, automotive body structural design. Then nowadays vehicles are having maximum electronics and software. So electronics and embedded systems, vehicle aerodynamics, and also the farms, tractors and farm equipments. Then for second semester, we are having automotive NVH and electric vehicle, which we made compulsory. And then again, there are elective number 3 and 4, in which we are providing various that is platform for choosing the various courses. And for this second semester, we are having separate electric vehicle laboratory, in which we are insisting student to that is make analysis, that is model analysis in the MATLAB and related softwares, especially for the electric vehicles. And for computational fluid dynamics, there is a separate laboratory. And for that is program electrics, we are having the automotive testing and certification, engine and battery management system. This is very important from today's era. Then automotive product design and development, how automotive products gets that is designed and how development takes place. Then intelligent transport system, looking to the future, we have also included that is one subject, autonomous and connected vehicles, and then mechatronics and computational fluid dynamics. So with these electives, we are offering various courses so that student can opt according to his choice. And in the second, that is the third semester of second year, there is a industry internship, then dissertation phase first, second, and again there are open elective which is at institute level. So at that in that artificial intelligence, creative thinking, MOOC course, okay, and that is conditioning monitoring, signal processing, then aircraft conceptual design, etc. So this is related to third semester, and final semester, that is fourth semester of a second year BA MTech, there is a dissertation. So this is the draft brochure. We are waiting for ARAI's final approval. So I request all the RAHA members to circulate this information to all industry people so that they will come to know what speciality of this MTech automotive technology. And I welcome all of auto enthusiastic for this exciting and fascinating world of automotive technology. For admission, you can contact to me, our head of program, Dr. S.R. Desai sir. So thank you for giving us an opportunity to present MTech automotive technology. If questions are there, we will take at this time or at the end. And for that question answer, I invite Dr. S.R. Desai, who is head of program for that is question answer session. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yogesh sir, you are on mute.
Thanks. Thank you, Dr. Kumbar. It was really very good presentation and very good to see that we are offering modern programs like AI or connected devices and all, which is going to be, the future. So thanks for the presentation. And if you have any questions, I request the participants to type in the questions in the chat window and we'll address the questions. With that, I hand it over to Dr. Kakade to talk about the Idea Lab. Thanks, Dr. Kumar, and podium is yours, Dr. Kakade.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, is my screen visible?
Yes, it is coming up. Yes, thank you.
Am I clearly audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
So good evening to all RAHA members in India, and good morning, good afternoon to RAHA members from other time zones. I'm going to give a short presentation on implementation of AICTE Idea Lab. AICTE received applications from all over India, and they shortlisted around 380 applications for presentation, out of which they have selected 50 colleges for implementation of Idea Lab. And this is the sanction letter. Total investment in this Idea Lab is 1 crore 5 lakhs, out of which 44.76 lakh rupees will be given by AICTE, and remaining amount of around 60 lakh is to be raised by RIT along with industry. So this remaining 60 lakh rupees amount is called matching fund. First of all, what is Idea Lab? Their full form of idea is Idea Development, Evaluation and Application. Objectives of Idea Lab: to create an industry-ready task force and employable students for industry. According to CII survey, most of the graduates passing out from engineering college, they are not employable because they lack certain skills. So first objective of this Idea Lab is to create industry-ready task force and make them employable. Second objective is to encourage students for applications of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, abbreviated as STEM fundamentals, towards hands-on experience and learning by doing. Third objective is to make engineering graduates more imaginative and creative besides getting basic training. And fourth objective is to impart 21st century skills like critical thinking, problem solving, design thinking, collaboration, communication, lifelong learning, etc. This Idea Lab will be equipped with equipments, softwares, and other facilities and consumables, so that any students from any domain like electrical, civil, mechanical, computer, if they conceive any kind of idea, so all the facilities will be available in this Idea Lab to develop this idea into working prototype. So basically this Idea Lab will deal with interdisciplinary work. The purpose of Idea Lab is to provide all facilities, as I mentioned, under one roof for conversion of ideas into prototype. This Idea Lab will also be used by faculties to develop different type of prototypes and carry out some kind of research. So this idea lab will be sponsored by AICT, and matching fund is to be raised by institute along with industry. Total space required for implementation of idea lab is around 3,000 square feet to 5,000 square feet. So minimum size of the idea lab is 3,000 square feet. So this lab will be equipped with facilities, tools, components, and consumables from following sectors. These sectors we have identified on our own, and some of the sectors are suggested by AICT. So these sectors are manufacturing, agriculture with artificial intelligence and IoT, healthcare, industrial IoT, machine learning, robotics, electric vehicles, and education. So these are the sectors we have identified for Idea Lab. So these are 4 focus sectors Idea Lab will have. First focus sector is manufacturing. So to provide R&D and prototype development in this manufacturing sector, this lab will be equipped with laser cutter, 3D printer and scanner, CNC router, mini desktop lathe cum milling machine, coordinate measurement machine, and softwares like CATIA, ProE, and SYS. Second focus sector of Idea Lab is industrial IoT and machine learning along with artificial intelligence. So to cater this sector, this lab will be equipped with PCB milling machine, PCB drilling machine, relevant softwares, PLC, then Industry 4.0 components, sheet metalwork equipments. Third focus sector of Idea Lab is electric vehicles. So required instruments and software for electric vehicle focus sector is advanced battery analyzer, optimization softwares, BLDC motor testing system, power quality analyzer, fabrication and welding equipments, power supply and oscilloscopes. Fourth focus sector is robots. So instruments and tools required for this sector are robotic arms, sensors and controllers, grippers and actuators, programming softwares, plotter, computers and robots. So all types of mechanical, automobile, civil, electrical, electronics, computer, IT, tools and consumables will be available in this lab. Who can use the Idea Lab? Students of RIT and faculties of RIT will make use of this lab for converting prototypes, for converting ideas into working prototypes. This Idea Lab will also be used for training of students in nearby colleges and schools. AICT wants to use this Idea Lab extensively, not only for students of RIT, but this Idea Lab is to be used for students of nearby schools and colleges. Other users of this Idea Lab are industries, entrepreneurs, and startups. We at RIT have incubation center. So students and other stakeholders working over there, they will also make use of Idea Lab for development of their prototypes. Alumni of RIT will also make use of this Idea Lab. This lab will be also useful for carrying out research and development, generating IPRs, and prototype development. Shareholders and investors will also make use of this Idea Lab. And finally, this lab will be useful for product development and commercialization. These are the activities which will be carried out under this Idea Lab. Through this Idea Lab, various programs will be conducted, such as professional skilling programs, faculty development programs, technical skilling programs for students and faculties from other colleges. Through this lab, some boot camps will be conducted. Competitions like Ideathons will be conducted. STTPs and workshops will also be conducted. Then awareness programs for school students and parents and teachers will be also conducted. Internship programs for institute students will be conducted, and some kind of conferences will be organized. So through these activities, some revenue will be generated to make the Idea Lab self-sustainable. How this lab will be operated and how it will be managed. Chief mentor of this lab is Honorable Director Madam. Then faculty coordinator is myself, and there is one faculty co-coordinator, Professor B.N. Holkar from Electronic Department, and there will be technical staff to look after this operations of this Idea Lab. So for implementation, institute and industry are expected to participate financially to match the contribution. The lab should ideally remain open 24/7 with equipped facilities and tools to support translation of ideas to working prototypes. The institution has to conduct workshop, boot camps, events for productive and extensive use of the Idea Lab. So AICT wants to use this lab extensively. We already have Thinking Lab and Learning Studio. Concept of Idea Lab is somewhat similar to this Thinking Lab and Learning Studio that we already have. However, we have limited resources in our Thinking Lab. With the support of Idea Lab, additional equipments and softwares and tools will be added to the Idea Lab so that it will be more useful for developing high-end prototypes. So far, we have invested around 50 lakh in Thinking Lab and Learning Studio. So size of the Learning Studio is 1,650 square feet, and size of the Thinking Lab is around 2,000 square feet. So we are planning to increase size of this Thinking Lab to 3,000 square feet. That is the minimum requirement of AICT Idea Lab. Netra NRIT Living Lab. So through Thinking Lab and Learning Studio, we trained 20 faculties, and so far 1,150 students are trained. 240 prototypes exhibited by first year students so far through this Thinking Lab. 5 projects selected for grants. 2 products under commercialization and 3 startups are incubated. We are also working on smart campus ideas and Industry Revolution 4.0 projects. And we are also working on this autonomous electric vehicle for last 3 years. So on behalf of RIT, I appeal all RAHA members to help us in raising the matching fund, that is around 60 lakh rupees, and help us to get industry connect so that we can reach out to the people to raise this fund. So Idea Lab for Idea Lab, 3,000 square feet minimum area is required. Total project cost is 1.05 crore, out of which 44.76 lakh rupees will be contributed by AICT, and remaining around 60 lakh rupees is to be raised by institute along with industry. So funds can be donated under CSR, and against the donations, we can provide under ATG certificate for tax saving. So what are the benefits for donors? Recognition will be given to the donors. For more contribution from industry will be privileged to prefix its abbreviated name. AICT Idea Lab. For example, SANI India RIT Idea Lab. Other industries having smaller financial stakes can be priority users of facility, and there are tax benefits under ATG. Although I have mentioned here some sectors and some softwares and tools, according to AICT guidelines, around 70% equipments are to be purchased from list provided by AICT, and remaining 30% equipments and softwares are to be purchased based on the requirement of industry, which is collaborating with institute. So this list is not final. So if any industry want to collaborate with RIT financially, then according to need of that industry, some equipments will be added to the Idea Lab so that those equipments can be useful for industry for carrying out research. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kakade, for this presentation. I think I'll also appeal on behalf of RIT and RAHA to the participants today to spread the word. See where in your industry, where you are working, if you can have some influence to work with Idea Lab for your company, that would be really helpful. And one thing I was thinking, Dr. Kakade, was, since you are doing this for, one of the charter is for the students. So if we can do some programs for the STEM students from high schools, like especially 8 to 10 standard for the STEM students. So that will not only help the students, but it will also provide a, feeder for RIT, like people who are gone through that programs for the Idea Lab between their 8th standard and 12th standard. We will have those students, looking at RIT when they start to decide to do the engineering. So those kind of programs will be also useful. So thanks for a very nice presentation and all the best. With that, I hand it over to the our next segment, which is presentation by Team Optimizer. So Over to you, Professor Magdum and Team Optimizer. Think just to be cognizant of time, you have about 10 to 11 minutes. So thank you.
Yes, thank you again, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Chaitanya, can you please share the screen?
Yes, sir. Sir, screen is visible?
Yes, it is
Yes.
visible.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Good evening, all. I am Rohit Magdum from Mechanical Engineering Department, RIT. So I will give a brief introduction of Design Club of RIT, that is Team Optimizer. So as we know, our institute has all kind of softwares available in our campus with well-equipped lab to get all the students acquainted with these softwares like CATIA, ANSYS, Hypermesh, and to get a job, to get a good job profile in that field. But unfortunately, students are not much aware of scope of CAD and CAE field, and also the industry expectation they don't know regarding CAD and CAE field. Therefore, and also one more thing that learning these kind of softwares through the curriculum is very difficult. So students need to work after college hours. But due to less motivation, they didn't do it, and without learning a full software, they're going to be pass out from the college, and after that they join some coaching by paying a lakh rupees or 1.5 lakh rupees like that to learn 3 to 4 softwares, which is already available in our campus. So to overcome this issue, we at Mechanical Engineering Department, under the guidance of Dr. S.K. Patil sir, we have recently started a club named Team Optimizer. The main agenda of this club is to motivate all the students to learn these softwares to get awareness of job opportunities in CAD and CAE field. And also many more things we are going to cover under this club, so that we will cover in through the presentation. Not only the learning these softwares, we are also focusing on the certification, industry sponsored project, internships in CAD and CAE field, and many more things. So without wasting time, I request Pranali to start the presentation. Pranali, hand it over to you. Pranali, are you there?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Please start. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to give some details about Team Optimizer. So, Team Optimizer is a student-driven design club working under Mechanical Engineering Department of RIT. The main aim of the team is to inspire young undergraduates to learn new CAD and CAE softwares. It also helps them to participate in different design competitions and certification programs. So, before the start of this initiative, we realized that students lacked interest in CAD and CAE, even though they had various opportunities. So, after analyzing, we were able to understand our plus points and minus points. So, our plus points were as follows. We have good infrastructure provided by RIT, which includes well-equipped labs with all the facilities. Second, we have availability of various softwares, including licensed ones and different student versions as well. And the most important part is this field has huge scope. So on the other hand, we didn't have some things like the awareness of software usage and awareness of job opportunities present in this field. And so because of many reasons like these, students had reduced the interest in CAD and CAE field. At the same time, in general, we lacked some things like sufficient knowledge about the softwares, weak presentation and communication skills, less confidence level, and lack of technical knowledge required for design. So, after considering all these points, we realized that there is a need of formation of a new club where students will collectively work together for their development and work on their drawbacks. Hence, Team Optimizer was established with a motto to grow together. Now over to Suyog.
Thank you, Pranali. As Sir and Pranali explained us regarding CAD-CAM CA awareness, CAD-CAM CA is a vast but interesting field to experience new things and to generate new opportunities. All the members of Team Optimizer are passionate and motivated towards their goal in a CAD-CAM CA field. But to manage a team and learning structure of every individual, our team is divided into 4 squads. Next slide, please. Squad Arjun is leading by Chaitanya Khandare. Yogyada is leading squad Abhimanyu. Pranjali Patil is leading squad Eklavya. And Prithviraj Katkar is leading squad Drona. Next slide, please. And every squad has one coordinator. And for uh, for efficient work and keep watch on every individual squad activity. Main role of coordinator is to motivate all the squad members and to help them throughout their learning process. They have to take timely reviews of the squad work, check daily worksheets, updates of every member, discuss problem within the squad, and try to resolve it at a squad level. We have weekly reviews, so coordinators are responsible to present a weekly work done by every individual, as well as there are if there are any issues, certainty regarding software, they have to tackle those issues and come out with the solutions. We have monthly inter-squad competitions in every field like CAD, CAM, and CAE within the teams. So coordinator is responsible to make a good plan with a to help the members to grasp their high potential. Next slide, please. So I would like to hand over this presentation to Chaitanya.
Yeah, thank you, Suyog. Continuing with members' role, the most important thing is member has to be update up to date and complete all the daily work assigned them each day. Then they have to discuss their queries and problems faced during doing daily work and get resolved them quickly. And then the next rule is member have to give daily and weekly review about the work they have done to their coordinator. They have to attend the query sessions and sessions that are arranged for discussion on different modules or softwares that we are working on in respective months. Then member have to we actively participate in all the competitions as well as they have to active in executing plans made by the coordinator for the further work. Next slide, please. Okay. So coming to our vision, and so what we are planning to do in coming days, all the members have to work on their profiles, means completing different certifications, internships, and training offered by renowned institutes and industries. Then to learn new CAD/CAM CA softwares and to get deep knowledge about them. The most important activity that we are looking forward to participate in national level competitions organized by well-known CAD CE field companies and organizations. We can take example of software optimization contest. Then complete at least 5 software-based individual projects in a year. Now, as we have completed our first month, now we are working on one industry level CAD project as individual. Then we are looking forward to solve industry as well as a student project problem at our best and give them best and optimum solution. And then also we are planning to arrange more expert lectures to make awareness among all other students about what is CAD, CAM, CE, and its industrial scope. And also to arrange some sessions on discussing new technologies and softwares that are used in contemporary practices. Also, there is scope to improve communication skills. So this is platform where we are getting exposure to improve our communication skills, personality, and confidence, and take one more step towards professionalism. Then our design club, we are just not restricting ourselves up to West. We are doing different courses and activities in programming field also, as some members from our team have completed their certifications in programming languages like Python, MATLAB, C++, etc. And at last but not least, we are looking forward to file design patents and to publish research paper in near future. Thank you. Now I am handing to Chaitanya Khandare.
Thank you, Chaitanya. Hello, everyone. Now I would like to share monthly plan. We have ready with 5 months plan with us. In this 5 month, we cover all softwares required to work in core design industries as a mechanical engineer, as well as students must have theoretical knowledge like engineering mechanics, strength of material, aptitude, etc. In coming months, we will cover programming languages also. Now the monthly plan like this. In a month, the students needs to complete maximum 80 hours. In a month, they will cover their respective work on softwares like they will assign daily assignment to the students. In a month, they will carry out CAD competitions, CAD or CE project, weekly review, social media event, expert lectures, and monthly presentation. This is the monthly plan shown. I would like to share the July month report. In July month statistics, the number of hours done by team is 1,282 hours. Number of live sessions done are 15, which contains live lectures on Sketcher, part design, assembly drafting in CATIA. The software learned is CATIA V5, and modules learned are Sketcher, part design, assembly, and drafting. Now the squad-wise working hours are shown. Now I would like to hand over this session to Prithviraj.
Thank you, Chaitanya. Here are, as we are having a look upon a last month statistic, one thing we can notice here is every member is working passionately and with a great discipline. On an average, everybody had worked for 64.10 hours daily and in a month, and maximum hours working hours by individual is 142 hours. Next slide, please. So here are some most demanding skills that we are trying to acquire. Being a CAD CAE group, we have learned sketching, modeling, and assembly of various parts. But getting involved in a club or a team have helped us to improve our presentation skill, team management, team work, and also time punctuality. Next. So now let us see some models designed by our team. Chaitanya, could you please start the videos? So these are the videos designed by our team, and we have posted it on Instagram and LinkedIn, and we have reached thousands of people and got some good reply. Next slide. So this is Avinash, our team member. He has worked for maximum hours and completed each and every task before deadline. So we have awarded him as optimizer of the month. Also, we have conducted one competition where challenge was given of designing industrial model, and Squad Eklavya has done wonderful work. They have designed maximum models in a given time and won the competition. Now, these are some testimonials by our team members. Everybody has benefited from these activities, and we will be learning various softwares in coming months. So, lastly, I would say this is a great platform where everyone is inspired and working hard towards their goal and being ready to become a real problem solver in industry. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, Yogesh sir, one more thing I want to mention here that this total club is driven by the student for the students only. So all the activities are going to be carried out by the students only.
That is really great, actually, and I see, like, especially in the USA schools and colleges, this activity certainly helps for their higher education and other things. So it will be really helpful for the students. So it is
There
really
is
great to
certain
see.
background noise यार, background noise किसका आ रहा है?
So it is great to see all these things happening in RIT. So congratulations, Team Optimizer, all the best, and thanks for your support, Professor Magdun, to the students. I know we are end of our time, but Mr. Azharuddin Zamadar had a question. So go ahead and ask your question, Azharuddin.
Yeah, Azharuddin, please ask your question. Unmute yourself and ask the question.
Yeah.
There's a background noise at your end. So. Can you please ask the question?
Yes, sir. Thanks for giving us the opportunity. My question is to Team Optimizer. Very good presentation by them. My question is like that. Though our CAD/CAM CAE have a scope in industry and market opportunity, we are seeing that our friends from mechanical stream also doing Pythons and machine learning and data science courses. I think Chaitanya also told that Python, MATLAB, these courses are there in their course also. So why it is so? Why it is required after completing CAD/CAM CAE courses also?
So Azharuddin, this is Yogesh, and I can answer your question, actually. Again, not to say that team cannot answer, but and we have been telling this in the previous sessions we had with RIT as well as students, right? We did few sessions on technology. So machine learning, Python, those are some of the things which in future, and regardless of your branch, whether you are from mechanical, civil, automobile, computer science, some of these things will be required for all students to know, at least. And machine learning is pretty much everything. Like if you see in automobile, earlier Dr. Kumbhar sir talked about introducing subjects like AI, subjects like connected devices, and all that. Having a knowledge of machine learning will certainly increase your job readiness. So that's why these subjects are important. We have also given a suggestion to RIT that some of these electives, they should open up not only for the computer science students, but for all the branches. And I believe they have started doing that for MTech, and soon they will probably hopefully start having these subjects as elective for all the branches. I hope that answers your question, like why machine learning. But this is something, in my opinion, all the students should at least know the basics of, and that is true for a lot other technology also. Even though you do not have degree in computer science, you still know at least the basics of machine learning, AI, blockchain, and all those technologies, how they operate. I also had shared with Dr. Sachin Patil sir and others. There are some certification programs, free certification programs. One is called Open PTech, which is supported by IBM. You can look at that. I will share the link, maybe, again, with Rohit. Rohit, you can share with the students. So look at those. There are a lot of free certification opportunities. You can take the classes and get the certification and badges, which will be certainly helpful for you.
Yeah, means
Yes,
regardless of branch, it is need of our today's hour. Means
Yes.
it is
Yes,
demand
sir.
of
In addition to Yogesh, sir, I want to mention one more thing here. These all mechanical and whatever CAD and CE softwares are there, there is background of these all programming languages there. So CAD customization is a wide area where student can learn. where they required CAD knowledge as well as programming language. So they definitely required a programming language with the CAD knowledge also.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
So I know we are already a few minutes over the time. So I put the link in the chat also for the Open PTech. Have a look at this, and this is just one, right? There are a lot others also, like MITs and all also now are offering some programs. There is something called edX, and also have a look at those. Without further
Yeah.
ado,
Yogesh, sir, there is one actually conversation in the chat box. I just see. Irisha Tamashetti asked for that software and CAD CAM projects from outside industry to the students. So I think Rohit Magdum, sir, you can just brief that. Can you take that
Yes.
projects to
Yes,
the
sir,
students?
definitely. We are also trying to reach many companies, just like we have reached to Altair. They are given, we have given the presentation in front of them, and also they are ready to give some internship, virtual internship to our students. So we definitely contact Irisha ma'am regarding that.
Okay, so that is a great connect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and thank you so much for today's session, everyone who participated, and thank you, Dr. Kumar sir, Dr. Kakade, and Professor Magdum and Team Optimizer for nice presentations by all the three teams. With that, I call this meeting to the end, and all the best. If you have any questions, you can post it on Raha. We have posted the contacts, our LinkedIn page and email IDs on the chat. So thank you and have a great weekend and good night and good day. Thanks.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
sir.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Yogesh.
Thank you, Yogesh sir.
Thank you.
Rohit.